up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's very exciting. I finally got the jumper harness for the AEM 506, so now I can go ahead and start trying to pull the factory ECU, immobilizer, all that good stuff out of my Civic and get that one put in. So it should be pretty straightforward. Everything looks relatively simple. He sent me the wiring diagram for all of it too, so I know where everything goes. But yeah, looks pretty simple. He did splice a couple of the wires on here that I'll have to repair if I want to use them, like that one there. But so this one actually goes to the drive-by-wire system, which actually just plugs right into the throttle body like that, which would be nice because then I won't have to have the, let me show you, I won't have to have this throttle type deal I got going on here that's pretty sketchy. The only issue is that I'm not really sure how I'm gonna bypass is the pedal situation, because the pedal has the cable that goes to this, and then that sends the signal to the drive-by-wire system. So with this, we're gonna bypass that, hook it straight into that, and I'm not really sure how that's gonna work with the AEM, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm sure there's somebody sells a drive-by-wire adapter kit or something for an EG, so we'll figure that out when we get there. But I'm super excited. We got all this stuff ready to go. Again, go ahead and give Jason a follow on Instagram. His Instagram is @EatonAccord, and I kind of downplayed his Instagram in the last video, but he's got a rowdy looking Accord V6 with the Eaton supercharger on top sticking up to the hood and all that stuff. Super cool build, super cool guy. So go ahead and give him a follow, show him some love, because he helped me out big time with this. So yeah, guys, anyways. Oh, also, pretty exciting stuff. I actually found the AEM 508 Infinity ECU somebody's selling locally on Marketplace right now. And according to AEM's website, the AEM 506 is for engines up to 6 cylinders. The 508 is for V8 crate engines or engines up to 8 cylinders, it said. So to me, that means I can run a V6 with it. I'm waiting for them. They open here in like 3 minutes. So when I get off this video here, I'm going to go ahead and give them a call just to make sure that it'll work before I go drive an hour and a half and spend a whole bunch of money on it, just to find out it's not going to work for what I have. So hopefully it works, and I'll go pick that up today, and then we can really get moving on this thing, because then I just got to get a hoist and I can put the engine in the car and schedule a tune. So we're getting really close, guys, and I'm super, super excited about it. So yeah, anyways, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give AEM a call, see what the update is on that, and then hopefully we'll go get us an ECU today. So stay tuned, and we'll see what we can get into. All right, guys, we are in the Civic now. I just got the factory ECU all out and unhooked. I'm just kind of going through all this stuff. I also got, here's the AEM or a Pexi Neo piggyback tuner thing that I've been running. So I got that out, immobilizers over there. And I'm wondering if, to keep digging into this thing, but I'm wondering if this is all a jumper harness for that. If it's for that, then I might be able to sell that and make some money back on this thing. I'm not really sure what this is. I'm assuming it might be the drive-by-wire connection, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, we're just tearing into this thing, so we'll see what else we can find. All right, guys, so basically now I'm just trying to, I guess, unwire the Pexi Neo plug thing that was in there. So this whole jumper right here I need to take out, so that way it doesn't think it needs to communicate with that anymore. So there's quite a few wires going into this thing, but I'm hoping I can figure it all out, because I really, to be honest with you, have no idea what I'm looking at here. So hopefully we'll be able to get it figured out here, and then yeah, we'll get this thing all hooked up and ready to go. All right, guys, so I got the Pexi Neo thing fully disconnected and taken out. It's over here on my workbench. So that is what was running the ECU, or at least the tune that was in it. So that's completely out. Got to put this in. This is for the drive-by-wire system, so this will actually go straight to my throttle body like that. But it was cut so it could fit through the firewall because there's no spots big enough for it at the moment. So anyways, can't go that way, my door's open. So I got the new boomslang harness all in. Everything's plugged up, ready to go. Whoop, falling. Everything is plugged up, ready to go. All the wiring should be good. I have to connect this red wire here. According to the boomslang manual or pinout drawing, it says the red and black wire is a flying lead and it has to go to 12 volt permanent power. So I'm going to wire that straight to the battery. Actually, on the back side it says here, boom. Connect the red and black lead to a 10 amp fuse permanent battery positive. This is essential for powering the Infinity. So that's the main power wire. So I'm going to run that through the firewall in that hole right there, out up to the fuse box. There, boom. And it either run a 10 amp fuse for it or just put it straight to the positive terminal on the battery. Either way, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so that's all good. I was struggling. I'm not really sure if I did this right, but I found the RPM wire that comes from my cluster that was wired to that Apexi Neo thing. And that's why I was able to have an RPM gauge that worked. A lot of J-Series guys that I talked to said they couldn't get their RPM gauges working, so I would like to keep that. So what I ended up doing was I ran that to the main shaft speed wire. So I imagine that'll give me a pretty accurate RPM signal because I looked through the pinout for the Accord ECU, and none of the wires said anything about engine RPM. So I just ran it straight to the input or the main shaft speed wire. So we'll see if that gives me an accurate RPM. I'm not really sure on that, but we'll see if my cluster works, or at least my RPM gauge in the cluster works. But past that, everything else is hooked up. Here's the other part of that wire from my drive-by-wire sense system, so that can run straight through the firewall up there, along with this red wire. And then nothing else is really going to get used. There's a boost controller wire that I can hook up a boost controller and some other stuff, but I'm not really going to use any of that. So yeah, we're about ready to go. All I got to do is get an ECU. I ended up calling that person that was selling one locally, or not calling, but I messaged them on Facebook, and they said they're not going to be home. Like whatever the message said, it was pretty dumb. It said that they're not going to be home anytime that they know of, or something like that. So I don't know what that means. I told them that I'm only like an hour away, so if they get home later today, I can swing out there. It's not a big deal. And I've yet to hear back, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But yeah, either way, guys, the wiring is basically done. All I got to get now is the ECU, and then we can get this thing hopefully going. So between now and then, maybe I'll get in a cherry picker over here and get that engine inside the car and really get this thing rocking and rolling. So man, I'm excited. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today. I got more than what I was hoping to get done with all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day on this thing and maybe go to the track and check out some racing. Becky's dad and brother are racing possibly the last race of the season today. So yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So I will see you guys again when I either start working on the engine, putting it in the car, or I go to get an ECU. So we'll see you then. All right, guys, it's now been a couple days since the last time we were out here working on this wiring. I actually lost my SD card there for a while, so I couldn't really record what I was working on, but this plug for the drive-by wire, I ended up redoing the wiring on it. And I'm happy I did, because when I unwrapped the electrical tape that was right here, because there's a bunch of butt connectors underneath this, one of them was actually broke. Like the wire wasn't in the butt connector anymore. So I'm happy I did that, because I would have had no luck with my drive-by-wire system and would not have been able to figure out why. So anyways, I rewrapped all that up, and then I heat shrinked the rest of this wire and just left the ends exposed, so that way whenever it comes time, we can go ahead and wire that through the firewall. So yeah, I've been pretty busy doing that kind of stuff. I also finally got internet out here in the shop, which is pretty exciting. So it's been a pretty busy last couple of days for me with all that stuff. I also got a hoist. Chuck from work brought me that, so now I can at some point, maybe this weekend, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. I can get the engine dropped into the car, and then we can start working on running the wires to the firewall and get all of that good stuff done. So a lot of really exciting stuff going on over here, guys. Been really busy with just trying to keep this thing going and just stay motivated. I got some money together now. I should be able to order the standalone ECU system relatively soon. That person I was looking, hopefully trying to get it from, ended up never getting back to me. So I imagine that's not going to happen. I did hear back from AEM about the 506 versus the 508. They said the 508 should have worked because it's for engines up to 8 cylinders. They just told me to be aware that there would be 2 extra outputs for the fuel injectors and for the coils. Because it's up to a V8 and I only have a 6-cylinder. I have no idea what that means. It doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't know if that means I have to do anything extra with the wiring or anything like that. So I'm probably going to go ahead and just order a new 506 unit for the V6 just to be safe, because I don't want to get that ECU and then have problems down the road because of it. So I'm just going to spend the extra money and get the one that I need, and then yeah. So hopefully here soon I'll be able to order that, and then we'll really get this thing rolling. I'm so excited, guys. You have no idea. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to show you that wire real quick. Like I said, I lost my SD card, so I couldn't really film any of that stuff, but it looks professional almost, in my opinion, outside of the electrical tape. So yeah, I'm just really excited, guys. So without any further ado, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate all of you guys, as always, for watching, and we will see you next time.